Hi, Peter here on Fast Forward. It's the evening of 19 October 24 and I'm here in the town of 1770 if you've been following my videos. I've been here for coming up for 2 weeks now after my grounding on the bar. I've been getting ready at every tide change to just to make sure that my anchor cable doesn't wrap around the keel as it has a few times. Boat rides fairly unbalanced because the rudder's gone and a lot of the skeg as well, so she kind of moves erratically and it has wrapped around the keel a couple of times, basically causing the anchor to drag because the tides here are very strong and pulling sideways with the force of the tide has been too much for the anchor. So I'm just ensuring every tide change that that doesn't happen again. And it is coming up for 10 p.m. 2200, and I've just noticed there's some thunderstorms starting out around the place. They haven't come here yet, but they're hatching quite close by. I'm hoping that they don't cause us any grief, but let's see. Still waiting for the tide to slacken more before the boat starts to turn. Okay, well, the rain from the thunderstorms is just starting in. We've got the top hatch closed, but she's facing into the rain and wind at the moment, so I can keep this open and just observe what's going on. Yeah. There we go. Okay, well, the rain seems to have stopped. Didn't last long, and it looks like the radar is saying that it's starting to move offshore. It was basically hatched here, but then moving out to sea. So let's hope that keeps the trend up. The wind is not bad, so far so good. Well, it's 3:40 a.m. On Sunday the 20th of October, and I'm up for the morning tide change. The wind's gone down, thankfully, and yeah, the boats are still pointing with the outgoing tide, but I'm thinking that'll weaken very shortly. I don't know if you can see much, probably not. You can hear the roar of the surf on the other side of the sandbar here. And we'll just await the change just to make sure that the lines or anchor cable does not wrap around the keel. Hey guys, it's now morning, which makes it Sunday the 20th of October 24. And that means this afternoon's 2 weeks since I arrived here. So yeah, life on the river, eh? So yeah, this morning the change in the tide went smoothly. I didn't really have to do anything. When I woke up this morning, well, I did get back to sleep, so I went back to bed at about 4 and woke at about 7:30 actually. So not all in one sleep, but I'm getting sleep, so that's good. That's good. Yeah, today's a bright sunny day again. Thunderstorms didn't really turn into anything, thankfully. Not that I mind the rain, but the microblast that can come with them can be very powerful and very variable in direction. So it's probably just not the Joker card I needed thrown in there at me. So anyway, it is now coming up to 10 o'clock in the morning. Tide is due to turn around 10, so I'm just watching the anchor cable now. I have thrown the bucket drogue, if you like, over the stern to try and keep her with the current. The reason being, now the wind swung round to the south and now moving to the east, which is good for here. It's good because it's nice and sheltered from that, but it still has some strong gusts coming through every now and then. So I just want to make sure that the boat adheres to the tide more than the wind, and see if we can jockey her around and settle in for a few more hours of peace. Anyway, onward. Okay, so southeast wind coming down the river now against the waning incoming tide. So we're getting to the point now where the wind actually has a bit more influence on the boat than the tide, and that blows the boat forward. So I'm checking here, the cable is still facing forward, not pulling back towards the keel, which is what I'm trying to avoid. So tide's just starting to die out now. Pleasant day, not as blowy as yesterday because we are protected here from this easterly particularly. Spare anchor there which I've been using, and also the bucket drogue there in the water, all to just pull it back from the cable. So checking here, the cable is getting close, so that's what I'm avoiding. So we got through another change. It wasn't too bad. I had to pull in the cable a couple of times to shorten it. The shorter it is, the more steep the angle is down to the seabed, which basically means the keel can pass over it safely without basically getting caught up. Why don't we always leave it like that? Actually, the more anchor cable you let out, the more secure your anchor is, because the pull of the boat is more sideways along the seabed, making your anchor dig in deeper, rather than at a slight up angle, which can actually pull the anchor out of the seabed. So yeah, it's a balancing act basically. There are formulas for it and everything. Suffice it to say, it's a bit of a balancing act for me at the moment. Anyway, we got through that one. Now relax for a while. It's actually quite pleasant because the wind and the tide are going the same way. So yesterday we had a very strong wind over tide. The afternoon was quite uncomfortable with the boat sort of crabbing sideways with the influence of one overweighing the influence of the other. So anyway, the plan at the moment, weather permitting and everything else, is that on Tuesday, 2 days from today, we should be getting a tow organised to take the boat to Port Bundaberg. There she will be lifted out of the water, assessed and repaired. So I've probably got to just live this shift life, if you like, for a couple of more days. But the weather is a little bit more kind than it has been over the last couple of days. So, and the tides are receding. We had super tides going with all of that. The tides at the moment are reducing by about 10 centimeters a day. So it makes a difference for what gets over the bar and what doesn't. So anyway, keep watching and I will keep updating. Thanks for your interest. Thank you for watching another Fast Forward to Queensland video. As always, don't forget to like, comment on YouTube and subscribe to Dawn Radar.